Hi, I am the Wheezy Knight, at your service, and welcome to the Writing Game! Maybe I'll add some effects in there. If I don't, well then, fuck me. So this is a different kind of video, but it's a very... We asked ChatGPT to basically give us a random, uncommon genre. And then, using that genre that ChatGPT gave us, we then asked it for a story prompt, a one-sentence story prompt in said genre. And basically, what we did was, instead of ourselves writing those said story prompts, we instead gave them to each other. Well, I guess before telling who got who, I guess I should probably explain, what did everyone draw the genre did? Fuck. Mathias, heck, he got Bizarro Fantasy, Connor got Cosmic Horror, Nicholas got Diesel Punk, Jezreel got Weird West, and I got Mundane Fantasy. But we did not write the story prompts that were in those said genres. Instead, we gave them to each other. So then that means, let's see, like, I wrote the first part for Bizarro Fantasy, Mathias wrote the first part of Cosmic Horror, Nicholas wrote the first part of Weird West, etc., etc. Either way. So, that's what we're doing. Here's a writing montage!
Stop autocorrecting shit and then telling me it's wrong, you motherfucker.
I feel you there.
I feel you. I want the word transmogrify, but it's not giving me it.
I've just been ignoring it. I'll go back and finish it, like, once he gives us the 5-minute warning.
Yeah. Oh, 5-minute warning. By
Is
that
that-
I
is
mean
that now?
3-minute warning.
Oh, fuck.
I thought it was 1 minute warning.
1 minute?
I thought we were done.
Wait, what?
You're right.
2-minute warning.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck. I forgot we're doing... You know what? Whoever's finishing mine, you're gonna have an interesting time.
Oh fuck.
Oh, fuck you.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I made it so that you could finish the story.
I need a little creativity. I think I've... You know, you won't be too difficult, actually. You just have to not be blind, and you'll see a path forward. You'll be fine.
Alright, time.
Okay.
Fuck! Okay, that's fine.
Alright.
Alright.
Heck,
Everyone.
I think you can do it. I believe in you.
Alright, switch over to your next document and give it a good read.
Alright. So is it no title? Is that it?
No,
You shared it to me?
I shared it to you. It should be Diesel Punk Story 1. If you don't find it, let me know. Wow. You wrote a lot here, Connor.
Oh god.
The font size is also changed a little bit.
God damn, dude!
Also, Connor, I can't. I'm requesting edit access.
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
I have edit access, right? I should. Yeah, I do.
You.
No, you may not.
What do you mean, oh god, dude?
There's just so much.
There we go.
Whew, okay.
Yeah, reload the
Right.
page. Should be good.
Former
Alright,
fighter
cool.
pilot turned detective. What the fuck?
Hold on.
Shush. Don't spoil
Yeah,
it. For
don't
the
read
rest
it
of
yet.
us.
Don't read it yet.
Okay,
I
alright.
mean, like, read it, but not out loud.
Yeah, don't speak it yet. Okay. So that's what mundane fantasy means.
I hope you understand what kind of accent I'm going for, by the way,
I will pretend to.
when you read the accented character.
I don't understand. I will pretend to.
That's funny.
I'm gonna have to say that out loud to be able to like fix the accent, but
Honestly.
yeah, in my head it doesn't make sense.
What the fuck am I supposed to do with this? It's just it's 2 paragraphs of exposition.
Well, it sets you
Story
up.
ain't even started.
Well, that's where you come in. Finish it.
Oh, God damn it.
God damn it, dude. At least, dude, Josh, you can admit I at least gave you something to work with, right?
Oh, you gave me a lot to work with. I'm saying.
I thought it's like too much.
I thought I pointed you in a direction, okay?
What was that? 1, 2.
I gave you free
three,
creative. I gave
4,
creative freedom.
5,
All right.
6, 7 paragraphs.
Jesus Christ! How did you write that much?
Dude, I just got really into it, man.
I was struggling a little bit.
I'm not sure how it did on mine. I've been sneezing for the past half hour.
Did it translate into sneezes on the text?
No.
Everyone let me know when you're... Well, actually, let Connor know, because he's got the timer. But let Connor know when you're
Yeah,
ready
I'll
to
let
start.
you know. I'll let you know.
Alright, Fire. What's it like finishing Josh's?
I'm not done reading.
Okay.
But it's gonna be fucking hard. Bizarro fantasy is not my interest in stories. So I think you did a good job, Joshua, for the most part.
Oh, actually, something I'm gonna request. Put a
Like a dash where the first person stops and the
A
second
clear
person
break.
starts.
Yeah, so if you press insert and then there's an option for a horizontal line, just put one of those in there so we can tell where it transitions.
Cool.
Josh, you still have to use the first 2 words of that sentence I left you.
This is true.
Oh, I think I got the accent.
Wait, so Prime, do you want me to put it like before or after the quote thing?
Well, this isn't really much of a spoiler. It's supposed to be a letter to someone.
Okay.
So if that helps you figure it out, just like start writing after it.
Oh my goodness. What?
This accent, the way you're writing this accent's making me reread parts of the story.
Alright, Connor, I am ready to go.
Alright, I'm halfway through. I have trouble reading when someone else is talking.
Yeah, I'm gonna take off my
Oh, yeah.
headphones. That way I can read.
No, you're fine.
Okay. Oh my god. I have finished reading it. So what kind of dash or something were you uploading?
If
You
you
use
go to insert
Horizontal line.
horizontal line.
Ah, yes.
Prime, what the fuck am I gonna do?
It's
Yeah, that's
just
what
continue the
it's
story using that as like setup. Pretend that's your prompt.
Well, like, here's the thing. Here's the thing. This letter is fine for like, oh, this is what I'm going to do, but it's not great for, and then I finished the story.
Do you want a hint from what I was thinking you might do?
Alright, I'm gonna get a drink of water.
Pick up from the perspective of the person receiving the letter, and then just make up what happened after the letter was written and the person went and did the thing. Just make up what you
Okay.
think should happen, and then continue with what the receiving party would do afterwards. That's what I would do anyway. Nani? Okay. Oh, what font is this? That is a weird font.
You can
Connor.
change the font if you want to.
I am going to have to.
It's because it's writing. That's the reason I'm using it. But
Okay,
I'm trying
yeah,
to express that
underst-
that's in writing.
I
Go ahead and change it, though.
understand, but I okay.
That's
What
fine.
font did you use originally?
Originally it was an Arial, and then I changed it to Allegria.
Allegria. Alright, gotcha.
Oh.
Will do. Yes, boss.
Hello.
I finished reading finally. Now I'm just thinking about how I'm gonna continue.
Oh, you got mine.
No, I didn't get
Who got
yours. Yeah, who got
Who?
yours?
Who got mine? Connor. Connor got mine.
You named the guy Charlie Daniels, like the musician.
I was looking for names and it popped up. Okay.
Oh,
No. Listen, I tried to make my story as historically accurate as I could, and that part slipped my mind. If it helps you, then yes, after the musician. Alright, has Josh finished yet, or is he still reading, do you think?
I assume
Josh,
he'll put the headphones on once
Right.
it's done reading.
Gotcha.
yeah, no, I did give. Here, let me do a quick word count.
Yeah.
Alright.
Fuck it. Let's figure out how much everyone wrote.
All right. Well, I gave him 1,113 words. That's not
What
counting
the
the
fuck?
Damn, that's a lot.
Connor gave me 546 words.
I got 478.
All right. Let's see how much Prime gave me. He gave me 355.
So it's the least, but it's not far away the least.
Yeah.
Joshua
Alright.
gave me 623.
I think I'm done.
I don't know how you guys
Okay.
can write so much. It's like,
Dude, I got the idea. I was like, I know exactly what I want to do with this.
I'm not the most familiar with Diesel Punk, but it was a bit of a struggle actually. I'm sorry. Here, get the AI to give me a better prompt next time.
What was this heck? What was this genre?
Cosmic Horror is the name of the document.
Oh god. Okay.
Oh god, I wish I had that one. That one is exactly my forte.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's exactly mine, but you can tell how much I wrote about it.
I
Yeah.
know.
Rambling Lovecraftian style introduction to it.
Shit, dog, I could have done that. Oh, fuck. I'm being genre cucked right now. That's
All
what's
right,
happening.
so we start at 9:45.
I mean, it's 10:42 right now.
Hey, I
In
mean,
any case, sounds like everyone's ready.
yep.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Start, remember, Connor.
We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm sorry to bother you, Connor, but the accent is for not Lucy. That's not her
No,
accent. No,
That
okay.
was for Gil.
That was for Gil. Got it. Of course, full name Gilthrop.
Of course.
Everybody knows this.
If you'd like to make that canon, you can spend your time doing that. Go for
This
it.
will be the first sentence, dog.
God.
May I use profanity?
Yes,
Yay.
absolutely.
I got an even better idea.
I can't wait to see how you butcher my boy.
Shit, how did you write this guy's name? Okay, let's finish the copy.
He's supposed to sound something like this.
Oh, that is not how I thought. I was thinking, you talk to me this way on the day of my daughter's wedding.
A little bit like that, a little bit like this, whatever you want, sweetie.
Okay, that is significantly different. I don't know which one's funnier.
The prompt. A solitary fisherman stumbles upon a vast, submerged city while exploring the ocean floor. And as he unearths its secrets, he begins hearing whispers from an ancient, cosmic intelligence that claims dominion over the sea. Near 20 years ago now, in a small fishing town just south of Portland, I bore witness to a sight so sinister in its nature and grave in its implications that it has haunted me for years afterwards. And after which I cannot bear to look upon the sight of the sea again, for fear of what lies in the languid strength and deep. At 19, I was a burly lad with no shortage of success in my own small way, having saved up enough money to buy myself a small but reliable fishing boat with my hard-earned income from working the docks up in Portland, securing a sturdy little craft named the Flowering Pearl. I had taken my ship southward on a 3-day trip to my hometown of Thorncliffe, and that autumn declared myself a fisherman proper, wasting no time in gathering the prerequisite gear for such a lengthy and ambitious expedition as I had planned that summer. It was certain to be a dangerous jaunt, but I felt confident in my own abilities to keep me afloat and sane during my many weeks planned at sea. And it never struck me at once that I would find anything more dangerous than a seasonal storm, quite rare on this part of the coast.
This is what I had to finish.
The first few weeks of my expedition went rather well. I soon found that I caught more than enough to sustain myself on the high seas, only rarely having to break into my stash of canned beans and peaches that I had piled in ample storage on the ship's small dry hold. Of fish I caught many, mostly grown salmon from the mouths of the many western rivers that flowed into the North Pacific, and my cold storage grew full remarkably quickly, and was nearly 2/3 filled by October 15th, the date I began to notice a sudden marked decline in my bounty. Over the next few days, the number of fish I brought in by the evening dwindled drastically in number and quality. What few I did catch were puny specimens no more than a half-foot length and bearing odd, grotesque deformations that made me retch in horror. Among which I found several fish with 2 heads and quite a few with queer vestigial legs that flopped frantically when snared in my nets. Undeterred by such sights of the odd and malignantly bizarre, I nevertheless increased my efforts, for despite the fact that my current cargo was large and quite impressive even for a first haul, I decided that I must continue until my hold was full. Hence I turned northward, into the colder northwestern straits of the Pacific, all while cursing my continued ill fortunes, as my only catches were more of those strange, deformed specimens. It was then on November 3rd when the storm swept up from the south, a blustering and mighty surge of water and wind that rocked the Pearl with such intensity that it nearly capsized twice, threatening to spill me and my bounty into the raging sea below. I cannot tell you how I managed to prevail against the storm, only that the storm itself seemed unnaturally large and violent. And I went to sleep that night amid its dregs with the haunting dreams of a sunken city and strange vile creatures that whispered to me in the darkness. I woke the morning of November 4th, completely lost in a drift, with no way to discern my position. That clouds covered the stars, and the next day I awoke to find that I had drifted that night clouds covered the stars. The next day I awoke to find that I had drifted even further north than I first imagined. The air held a bitter chill, and late into the day snowflakes began to fall on the deck of my ship, and I, having not intended to spend this long at sea, nor expecting this kind of weather, was totally unprepared. The sky remained stormy for the next 3 nights, each day more cloudy than the last. I appeared to have drifted to some kind of strange collection of low-flying clouds that clung to the ocean's surface, though being no meteorologist, I could not tell if such a formation was natural. On November 11th, my concern only grew. Food was not an issue, with my cold storage kept at good temperature and still filled with plenty of fish, but fuel was short, and it was becoming more and more difficult for me to track the passage of days as hours standing aboard the deck while formless opalescent clouds rolled ever on by blended together to form one long dreamlike haze. I do not know how long I drifted amid that haze, only that at some point around the 20th or 21st of November, I ran out of fuel and my ship was left powerless and adrift. I began to pile every scrap of cloth I could find, making myself a nest in the ship's dry storage and shivering at night as the air grew ever colder. One sleepless night, I remember that name, I stood atop the deck, considering throwing myself overboard and letting myself be consumed by the dark and hungry waves below, all hope lost of ever finding the shore. The next morning, I spied a small pinnacle of rock jutting from beneath the waves. Having no way of steering the boat closer, but also no other objects in the vast and infinite horizon, I elected to tie a long piece of rope between myself and the ship to see if I could swim the distance. I could, in fact, as it was a shorter swim than it seemed, some 75 meters, and I sat atop the pinnacle for an hour before I spied a small crevasse in the rock. I secured the rope around the spire and poked my head within to get a good look, and was surprised to see a deep shaft leading down into nothingness. The walls of the spire's interior were covered in bioluminescent fungus, a variety I've never seen before or seen since, and bore in them countless grooves and indentations too frequent and regular to be naturally formed. I considered for a long moment venturing down into the abyss below, before better judgment returned to me and I returned to my ship for the night. That night I had the strangest dreams of my life. An endless city of dark stone stretched out as far as the eye could see. The walls and fixtures carved with innumerable symbols, equally ancient and alien, and alit with an ominous glow. When the morning came, I once more ventured out to the rock, and possessed by a curiosity I've never known since, I descended into the deep. The climb down was treacherous and long, hard and moist. That's what they called me in college. Not only being that of the echoes of the splashes of waves up above, small pebbles in terrain crumbling at my feet, ever so effortlessly, and the occasional squelch of myself stepping on one of the fungi. As I descended, my hands burned, Well, whilst I grip the rope in the opening of the
Tense has
cavern
been
slowly
changed.
gets smaller.
Shut up.
When I look up, you're right. As I further myself down the spire, it seemed like it took forever. My lack of current time was already askew, but journeying down this hole felt like time had stopped altogether. All it was me endlessly climbing down and down and down. Time had stopped. The clouds had darkened. It had become raining. And the only thing illuminating my path was the occasional fungus that had grown ever more larger, yet fewer in quantity. Until some low quality fungus. Until a bright light, a large light, brighter than the sun itself. I could no longer see my path forward nor my path down as I trudged deeper into what had now become a cavern. As the light dimmed from wherever its source was, I saw the cavern for what it truly was. A large cave, littered with ore and crystals and resources as far as the eye could behold. In the center, a structure so large it encapsulated the entire place. Engraved upon its edges were the runes and symbols from my dreams, though again I could not discern their meaning or symbolism. And ahead of the structure, this temple laid out the dark stone city, stretching out for what seemed like infinity, no end in sight. I was awestruck by what I had come across, this incredible discovery of wonder and beauty, until the rope snapped. This entire forgotten city I had just discovered, and now I was going to lose it all to gravity, falling deep into this cavernous ghost town, so far down that I saw my whole journey that led me to this point flash before my eyes. I was just a fisherman, catching salmon and other various fish of the sea, as fishermen do. Even so far as capture crab. Now we're getting crazy. I loved crab.
The
It
final
was
thought.
especially when put together to dip with cheese, halibut, jalapeno, horseradish. It was Drink again, see my friends again, see my home, my pets, my family, the trees, the grass, the sky, the sun, as bright as the sun. I stopped falling. I didn't know where I was. A void, a limbo between life and death. It looked neither dark nor bright, cold nor warm, damp nor humid. I did not know where I was. I looked at my feet. Was I floating? Or
Damp
falling?
and humid are not opposites, Josh.
Shut up.
I could not discern.
I could not discern.
Was the ceiling collapsing? Was there a ceiling at all? I could not discern. I looked ahead. I saw the temple, engraved in the white backdrop that surrounded me. I was on the main street when the stone buildings loomed over me. I looked behind, shadow. As fast as the boat sped towards me, I ran as fast as I could towards the temple. The runic alien symbol swirled in my head. A chanting rose from behind me as if it was growing larger or nearer. As I run, I fall into the street.
Tense change again.
I landed in my boat, fishing rod in hand. I'm reeling something in. It's unusually heavy. I hold it in my hand. It's the earth.
Well,
Wah, wah, wah.
I can see that you would be better at Twilight Zone than you would at Lovecraft.
But that was
It was
interesting.
good, though.
Yeah, I
You-
like-
You did a good job of keeping up with Mathias' writing style. To a few exceptions, but it was good.
Here's the thing. You started going into hard comedy with the crab part, but then you wrapped it right back around into weirdness. Which was
Pure. I'm sorry.
All right, so you want me to read?
I'm not sorry. Heck
Yes, you're reading it.
Wait, that was the first section.
The prompt. In a world where diesel-powered robots patrol the streets, a former fighter pilot turned detective uncovers a conspiracy to ignite a global war between factions vying for control of a mysterious energy source.
Before he starts the story, I want to preface this by saying I had an idea. I was unable to deliver on that idea.
It's apparent.
This is going to be the worst one.
Yes.
You should have gone with the fucking air blimp.
I didn't have any idea for that one.
I could have carried the second half.
September 2nd.
Instead, we have this.
46. Today marks 1 year since the machines took over the world. People stopped rioting months ago when the resistance leaders were mounted on spikes and left it from the old courthouse. I never stopped. I know their weakness. All I have to do is get to the mothership parked above DC. That's where they keep it, miles above the ground where no one can be able to reach. I know a guy in Maryland that's getting a plane lined up for me. All I need to do is be there when he sends me the signal. Once I get in there, those smoke machines won't be able to stop me. They couldn't during the war, and they definitely won't now. Just so you know what I'll be doing, I need to tell you what it is that's so important. That mothership isn't their HQ or anything like that. It's more. It's the thing keeping them alive. That ship is like a massive oil plant that pumps out the juice the smokers need to keep their lights on. The only reason I know this is because of our good old boys in the spy house. You remember Billy Brown, don't you? That was his job. He might have been a bit slow, but he found it out in the end. Without that ship floating up there, they won't have any power, and we can't fight them again. We turned the war around. I know everyone says we already lost, but I'm still fighting. All I have to do is show everyone that we can still win. Billy did his part fighting their kryptonite, and now I'll do mine, showing how we can use it. Next comes your part. According to Billy, there are dozens of those damn motherships floating around, maybe even hundreds. Once this one comes crashing down, we're gonna need to rally more troops to make all the rest fall. Just like the Hindenburg, I'll need you to spread the word if I can't, brother. Charlie Daniels, the best damn pilot this world has ever seen. Charlie, that motherfucking baton. I received the letter 3 days before he acted his plan, and I knew it would be the death of him. He died, of course. It was fucking suicide. But Charlie, that brave motherfucker, he did something incredible. I heard it over the radio the next day. Our machine overlords were sputtering and struggling along. The ones in the street seemed sluggish. Smoke piping from their many tubes and vents was gray and thin. Some of the local boys from Finnegan's Pub got a hold of one that was patrolling Ivy Street and beat it to death with baseball bats and lengths of pipe. They got a good laugh out of it until the rats and smokers cracked down on the neighborhood. For about a week, they increased patrols and busted up rings of dissidents. But Matty Stavins and his boys got away scot-free. Shortages of fuel continued thereafter, and none of us were entirely sure what happened. I had some vague idea, of course, but the general public was none the wiser to Charlie's plans. I half didn't believe it myself, until the day came when Derry Johnston came by my place, handed me a Thompson, and told me we're taking it to the smokers once
What
and for
are
all.
these Independence Day names?
The fight was short and bloody, and in the end, every smoker in town was dead. We lost some good ones that day. Pete and Dale, little Timmy. Who wasn't that little in those days? Jack from Cambridge, football team, and old Uncle Ray. But in the end, we prevailed and sent those flanking bastards back to whatever foul creators they had. The whiskey flowed well in Finnegan's that night, and for the first time in many years, the sounds of music run through the streets. I found out later that it was all because of Charlie. A hijacked plane from the last war, and a few too many sticks of dynamite were enough to take down their mothership, as Charlie called it. We tried to hit it 100 times in the war, but after the takeover, well, I just guess they got lazy. Too comfortable in their position as overlords of my planet. I went to bed with a smile on my face, and Jeannie from down the street in my arms. I never once looked back in the life of subjugation we were forced into. I suppose it's a testament to the American spirit, the ability to persevere when times are darkest. Though the truth of the matter is that none of us did a damn thing. None of us but Charlie. He kept on fighting when nobody else would. Charlie won the war, removed the one thing the machines depended upon, and we just cleaned it up for him. When he fell through, the world's greatest pilot indeed. And I say that without a hint of sarcasm. Though, as the years roll by, I'm perpetually haunted by the last paragraph of his letter. The lines, I've never before revealed to anyone, not even you, the readers of my memoirs. The lines are, I'll be looking for you up there. Steven, you and me, side by side, just like back in the war. Brothers in blood and battle for one last fight. One last moment of triumph. I admit, I'm scared to do it alone. I'm afraid that even I can't push through to the end without your help. So please, join me in one last flight, as rivals, as brothers, and hopefully as heroes. Goodbye, Charlie. You truly were the best damn pilot the world's ever seen. The day I die, my final regret would be that I never flew with you that final time. Godspeed, you insane fucking bastard, and fly to where all others cannot.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
I was like, you wrapped that up cleanly.
Yeah.
I did what I was working with.
That was
I
nice.
did what I had to.
I did what I had to do.
I
That
did what I had.
transition was actually pretty good. And that's just the nature of the
Yeah.
writing style. Of
Yeah, the one
letter.
thing I could give him was a decent transition so he could just start up on his own however he wanted. That's the one thing I was able to give him.
Jesus.
My one note is that Fire, you pause at the most random times when you're in the middle of a sentence.
Also, for a story happening with people in the Northeast over by Maryland and New York, you gave them surprisingly southern accents.
I don't have water.
Oh,
That's part of the
I
reason for
suppose
some
it's
pauses.
testament to the American spirit, the
Yeah,
ability to persevere.
How is Steven like the hardest name for you to
Devin?
Steven. It's Steven.
Steven.
Steven?
If it was
Fucking
if
Steven.
it was Stefan, it would
Like
be
Steve.
Stephen.
I've never heard of a Steven. I've heard of Steven.
What the?
What the fuck?
Like, not Stefan, but
Yeah,
like,
it's close to Stefan. It's Steven.
No, it's not. That's
Okay.
not a real
I've
name.
never heard of a Steven. I'm sorry.
Steven is one of the top
Nope.
10 most common
Fair
fucking
enough.
names in the United States.
I've never heard of a Steven before in my life.
Have you heard the name John before? Maybe even Eric?
Steven Spielberg.
After a strange meteor shower, a small frontier town finds itself surrounded by ghostly cowboys from a forgotten past, and it's up to a reluctant sheriff with a hidden connection to the supernatural to uncover the truth behind their eerie return. I reckon it was about midnight when the heavens sent us judgment from the form of divine glow and ashen stone. No one thought it was a threat, just some pretty lights that you could wish upon and hope that one day, somehow, it would all come true. I mean, that's what I thought when I was doing my rounds protecting the fair town of Tumblewood. I should have known better. The prayers cast of the void would end up attracting the wrong sort of attention. Looking back upon it now, I suppose I went soft. I started thinking that my past stayed in the past, that all them souls I took with two hands would stay in the ground. Looking upon it now, I'm just thankful that my connection to the Lord's angel bullets is still overflowing in its bountiful glory. And maybe if I drank more of that holy water the locals call alcohol, then I could have saved Sue. Here's how it went down. Well, here's how it went down. I was just leaving Sue's place when that night sky got lit up like a batch of Roman candles. I heard them children gawking and it was all peaceful like. Then them balls of light started striking the earth and making the ground shake all sorts of awful. Dust clouds filled the air, and I could do all I could to keep holding on to the reins of my trusty stallion, Shadow. We've been through a lot in the past, so we trusted each other with our lives. Too bad we were supposed to be heading into retirement soon. Anyways, that's when a different kind of light started filling the horizon. Couldn't make anything out at first, but as the dust settled, the lights were cowboys. Not the normal breathing and blood-filled kind, though. These was full of hatred and revenge. I knew normal bullets wouldn't do jack shit. Literally be shooting through air. Nah. What I needed was the angelic bullets blessed with the strongest of holy water. So I took out the holiest place in town, the saloon. Inside the saloon, I noticed three distinct objects that would be the key to the defense of this here city. The holy Gatling gun of St. Marie, sacrifices I called townsfolk, and most importantly, my fancy cowboy hat. Nah, it ain't just any hat. This one's got a history. Hell, it might even have a mind of its own by now, seeing as how it's seen more action than most men. It's weathered and worn, but it's still got that touch of flair that sets it apart from the rest. Really important context. I wasn't going into this fight without it. Not now, not ever. I grabbed my gear, adjusted my hat, and took a moment to remember that I was about to took a moment to remember what I was about to face. This wasn't just a fight for Tumblewood, it was a fight for my soul.
Oh, I thought it was a fight for my hat.
You know that might have worked better.
The reason I have a good cowboy accent is because I used to speak like that back when I lived in Oklahoma. And this fight, it was a fight for my soul. And this was a fight I was gonna win. Guy trying. A couple of gunshots to the saloon roof got the attention of the three roughest, toughest fighters in the whole damn town. Gilbert McBride, snake in the sheets, and a mouse in the sheets.
A snake and a mouse in the sheets.
So one of those, I'm off to a great start. One of those was gonna be streets.
Previously, I was making breaks to stretch, but
It's
that
fine.
broke me.
He's canonically a switch. It's okay.
What does it even mean?
It's fine.
Fuck. Connor,
You don't. No one needs to know what that means.
Jonesy, the boot, Gunthorpe. Wiki with 2 pistols, but refuses to fire with only one. And Caroline Copperhead Burroughs. Legend has it she once wrestled a bull to the ground and milked it. Triplets. Awful. Awful strange milk from that one. Fuck. Once I got the 3 of them drunk and stupid enough, apparently we didn't have much time. I filled them in on my plan. Saved Tumblewood with a holy ghost trap. McBride would head down to the church and convince the pastor to land us some of his holy water. A few gallons ought to do. Meanwhile, Jonesy would prep bullets, a lot of bullets, ready to get all holied up. Carolyn would scout for dead men walking and reporting back the numbers. It all went according to plan. Posse met up again at sundown by the gulch. Them dead men were easy to see then, on account of that ghostly glow and all. Plus, it felt right seeing them at night. Ghosts in the day don't make no damn sense. Carolyn suddenly game hooting. Oh, accent, right, yeah. Carolyn suddenly game hooting and hollering over the ridge. Shed found him all right. Wave spectral figures come pouring over Dead Man's Hill like the morning moon. No fear of death left to keep him wise. In the front, I saw a face sent shivers down my spine. Joaquin Fitzpatrick. He's the one man who's almost fast as me. Put a bullet through my hat, too. The second part's why I killed him. The moment those wicked rustlers crossed the gulch, their fate was sealed. Out from a burlap tarp rose Jonesy with 2 revolvers and 10 more strapped to his various bandoliers. Up from a ditch opposite him sat our wild card, preacher Logan Ducker. You see, he'd only agreed to our plan if we let him pilot on St. Marie, and pilot he did. Mowing down them bedsheet banshees like tumbleweeds in a sandstorm. From in front of me, I heard a voice. Well, Sheriff Cullen Hole, seems your time of reckoning has come. It was Joaquin. I spun around just in time to catch a bullet in the left arm. Damn, they may be dead, but them guns sure be live. He dismounted his skeleton horse from beyond as I fell to my knees from the pain. Dirt was soft on my knees. Bet you wish I shot that hat now, huh? Spoke, face shifting between flesh and bone. Not really, I replied, putting a bullet through his chin.
Damn.
The end.
The end.
at least the hat gets a callback in the second part.
Yeah.
One actually read the first part.
That was
I
awesome.
read it, I swear.
Better than I thought.
Hey, that's a hat and
Dude.
a callback.
I want to
Yeah.
film that.
We got some of Pyrrha's classic shit ton of detail on literally everything in town. You really do like details, don't you?
Hey, it makes the fucking bones for the blade.
I mean, this was about a gunfight.
But it was funny. I'll give you that.
I made it about a gunfight. The prompt was rarely suited to not being a gunfight, but I really wanted to have it be a gunfight.
I also wanted it to be a gunfight.
I'm
can
really,
tell.
really curious.
I think it was part of
What's
the
his hidden connection with the supernatural?
Exactly.
the angel bullets. That's what it
Yeah.
is. The angel
Yeah.
bullets.
The angel
Yeah,
bullets?
holy water.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
All right, who's next?
Yeah.
Next, I'm going to be reading Bizarro Fantasy.
Okay.
Oh god. My writing.
Alright.
Who did this
Right,
front?
let's
Josh. Let's see what you could do here.
see it then.
Oh fuck.
A corporate employee wakes up to find his body has turned into a giant vending machine. The only way to regain his humanity is to dispense snacks to strangers, each with a bizarre, life-altering consequence.
Oh Jesus Christ! This is gonna be fucking awesome or fucking awful. No,
Like I said, the Bizarro Fantasy ones were fucking awesome. All right.
I'm not looking
This is-
forward to this.
You and I
Basic
both.
man.
Joshua, to be fair,
Job in a basic city.
Wait, start over.
A basic paycheck. Overall, I'm living pretty decently with what has been going on in this shithole of an economy. Okay, in actuality, life has been pretty shit now that I'm saying it out loud. Lots of angry people, lots of sad people, lots of bizarre people, to say the least. I just want to work my basic 9 to 5 with no one fucking bothering me. But no, can't get a little peace of mind in this goddamn hellhole anymore. Until something incredibly weird happened. And to be frank, I have no idea what. Was it because of that gay porno mag I stepped on while I was walking home from work?
You caught the gay.
Was it that weird ass pixie fairy fucking that kept screaming, "Hey, listen"? Or was it some bizarre coincidence that out of everyone in humanity, it happened to me, and me only? I don't know why, but I woke up and turned into a fucking vending machine. Why a vending machine? But more importantly, why me? What did I do to deserve a punishment such as this? To be a giant metal box containing suboptimal shit snacks that you'd find, like, once at an airport somewhere in fucking Ohio and then never see again for the rest of your life? Did Fox do this to me? All I did was put a dildo up his ass. Holy stuff. He's got my life ready. Got him and him. What's the name of sexual? Suddenly, my damn bedroom door burst down, and I was surrounded by all my coworkers and the CEO of Bostbo, the company that I not only worked for, that I helped get back off the ground during a time of sliding into bankruptcy. Did they all do this to me? If they did, then how? And why? What the fuck are you doing in my house? Hey, shh. It's only natural at this age that you have these kinds of reactions to such bodily changes, Spuss said, even quieter as he grinned. Glowing green teeth shined eerily in the almost darkness of the early morning sun. What did you do this to me? I asked, afraid of the obvious answer. Oh, did you do this to me? Alright, sorry. Of course we did, my little bootstrap. It's because of you that we were able to make such an incredible achievement. To transmogrify your physical form into the pinnacle of human engineering. The vending machine. What? How I stuttered, baffled by these events. Shh. No need to fret, worry, or ask why, since you have no choice now, my delectable sugar plum. It was because of you that our company's out of bankruptcy, so as an incredible bonus, we have declared you our official mascot, via the vendor. Genius, isn't it? All you have to do is get people to purchase all the snacks within you, because you are certainly a snack. And then boom, we're all rich! He exploded with glee. Seriously, it got everywhere. Why not ask? How do you think I would want to be a vending machine? I can understand it's a struggle to understand, but here's the catch. If you wish to become your normal self again, sell the special snacks in the bottom middle, where you're Johnson, Tweedledee, and Tweedledum would be. Then boom, you're back to yourself again. Easy, he said. He came in for a hug so tight I forgot I was metal.
Who wrote that?
That was me.
That's so fucking good.
Guys, that was amazing.
Like I said, he did the genre very well.
I was trying so hard, my contacts nearly came out.
God damn, dude. That was amazing. What the hell?
Yeah.
Right.
Holy shit. I puked in my mouth.
Oh god.
Right.
I'm thinking, I'll do a dildo up his ass while he slaps. Just fucking break his goddamn leg for anything.
What name of sexual assault you doing in your free time?
Josh, I think we found your genre. We found your calling.
Oh god.
Right.
Oh my god.
As he backed away, he was holding what looked to be my tongue.
What?
You won't be needing this until you're back to your normal self. No need to be spilling company's secrets. I tried to yell out, how am I supposed to sell anything if I can't fucking sweet talk the local hookers? However, that was the least surprising thing to happen to me in the next 5 minutes. First off, the roof was raised and a giant claw squeezed me, and I felt my guts get all shaken about. It took me the fuck knows where. There's some people, a street, nothing that was actually helpful for my current dilemma. That's when the claw dropped me. Fucking dropped me, and I landed on the street with a clang, a thud and a clang. The people passing by gave me a once-over before going on with their mundane lives. Apparently, this is just another Tuesday to these hoes. I mean, what kind of a grand can I give these people? Finish this. But fire calling people hoes is something I did not expect. That's when a child came up and shoved cash down my throat, and it felt like my spleen was being ripped from my body. The child popped open the strange container only to gain a huge, and I mean huge head, and he started flying away. What an airhead.
Fuck.
And Olivia came up to me next and forced coins down my throat. It didn't feel great, like taking horse pills from my mother.
What?
It just what looked like a licorice rope, and suddenly their arms and legs began wrapping around each other in a series of twists and twirls. The distortion was unsightly, and I thought that they should get a room. My next customer was unexpected. It was a birdman who clawed in the digits and swiped a card down what felt like my brain. It gave me the worst goddamn headache since 7 minutes ago. Second to last item I had for sale, it was a pair of bags. The portions of these things looked like it would feed a cow, but apparently it was just enough for the bird, who became hysterical. They started laughing and crying and laughing. And he started wheezing and coughing, and the next thing you know, he was back to laughing and crying some more. My final customer was none other than the CEO of Costco. Why the fuck would he be checking in on his little pet project? Finally grew a heart and has come to release me of this hell on earth? Hey, hey, my little bootstrap. You're probably wondering why big ol' me is giving you a visit. Well, I sure thought it was obvious. Because all those times you claimed I didn't have a heart, I thought I'd just buy yours. You seemed to like it enough. That bitch started shoving pills down my
god!
I didn't resist, but it was as if I was a dumb vending machine and couldn't do a damn thing about it. When he pulled out my last wear, my heart, I started to lose all feeling and everything was fading to black. I could have sworn I heard him choking on it. Good fucking riddance.
God fucking damn!
Piro, I thought you said you did a bad job. That was fucking awesome.
Oh, this has to be the best one. Holy shit.
It was so hard. It was very hard for me. It's not my style of writing.
Oh
It's not your
god!
personality
Yeah, but
that we
the
know.
first half
That was
just fucking
amazing.
hits you like diarrhea.
I've got a fucking headache now. Oh my god! And I wrote that?
God damn, what the hell was that?
That was the best shit I have heard in my
Wonderful.
All right,
That was the
Mundane
best.
Fantasy.
Mundane Fantasy. I'm reading this one. Hold on. Let me catch my breath. I've got a headache.
Don't forget to do the prompt.
Ooh.
God damn, dude.
That was
Oh,
awesome.
damn.
We gotta save that one for later. That's a historical relic.
Oh, you're so lucky I've been
It
recording.
is.
Oh, dude.
God, yes.
Oh my god. Holy fuck.
All I did was stick a dildo up his
All I did was stick a dildo in his ass when he was sleeping. It's not like I wrecked his life or anything.
Yeah, I only raped the guy. Holy shit.
You guys are making me wheeze. I haven't wheezed in years.
You're taking
Even
my
laughter.
job.
It's not even laughter anymore. I'm just fucking wheezing. Oh my god.
Oh. Okay. Alright, final story, Mundane Fantasy. In a quiet suburban neighborhood, a mild-mannered mail carrier discovers that her new delivery route includes letters from a wizard's apprentice trying to get a refund on a spell gone wrong. Okay. You know, being a mail carrier really isn't as bad as you might think. It keeps you on your feet, gets you outside in the morning, and those government benefits are to die for. Especially compared to a lot of places hiring for a little to no experience. You won't go wrong there. Plus, you never know what might end up in your hands carrying the thoughts and prayers of the whole country. It was just last July now, and I just finished working a particular... My access has expired.
Okay, mine too.
Just updated it to be viewing.
Okay,
So you
thank
see what
you.
marks and everything.
Okay, where was I? Okay.
And my access. I was like, I didn't write that.
Yeah.
The reading the front makes me realize I forgot what everything before your boss started talking was actually about.
It makes sense.
Yeah. So the second half is not gonna be
That's all right.
topical.
Alright. It was just last July now, and I just finished working a particularly hot route. I was cleaning up my blue mail truck when a letter caught my eye. It was a faint orange color, quite strange for an envelope, and was strangely warm to the touch. I didn't think much of that given the heat outside, but even stranger, it didn't appear on the shipping manifest. There was no delivery or return address on the envelope either, just a strange seal on the top left corner. Seeing nothing else to do with it, I took the envelope up to my manager Gil's office. "Hey, Lucy, how's the goal?" He spoke in his strange accent I could never quite place. "Hey, Gil," I replied. "I found this envelope in my truck. No address or nothing. What do you say about it?" He didn't even hesitate to grab it out of my hand once I'd shown it. The recognition in his eyes was clear. "It's nothing," he said, clearly failing to act nonchalant. "Listen, Luz," he said, a little desperate sounding. "How's about you take a day off or two, as a reward for turning this lost little fella here into me?" "No, that's all right," I replied, just wanting to leave at this point, but quite interested in whatever had him in such a tizzy. I left shortly after, not knowing what road I had just started down. About a week or so later, another orange envelope found its way onto my truck. Again, no writing, save for a strange seal, if you could even call it writing. This one was different though, spiky, where the other was more round. Even though I know I really shouldn't, mail fraud is no joke, kids, I decided to take this one home with me and open it. Clearly, whatever was inside was of great importance to my manager, and the strangeness about it made me wonder if he was up to something illegal.
Honestly, I wouldn't have minded having him replaced, or better yet, replacing him with myself. Oh, fuck. When I returned home that night, I opened up the envelope. A burst of warm air spiked my face as the seal broke and revealed a scroll. Not a rolled piece of paper, but a proper scroll. I didn't have any clue how it fit in there, let alone remained unwrinkled, but I nonetheless laid it out on my desk and read. I can't read that. I have to zoom in. Hold on. Oh, there we go. I can read it now. Shit. Okay. To the most grandiloquent and eternal Nasir, with all due respect, the copper dust I requisitioned from your alchemy shop is impotent. When attempting to perform a simple de-aging spell, I accidentally transmuted a local monument into pure styrofoam. The humans haven't yet noticed, but I fear they will soon. Please provide me with a full refund and the copper dust I rightfully purchased, or there will be issues with the Bureau. Nani the Wise.
This is where I start cringing hard. Hold on. Let me prepare myself.
Yeah, let me prepare myself as I continue getting rid of this headache.
Sorry, Connor. This is going to be nothing related to the previous.
Wonderful.
I'm excited.
I misread so much of yours.
Great. I'm happy that my writing was clear.
Well, I will be having an interesting conversation with Gil tomorrow. What the fuck is this? I ask my boss early in the morning.
You don't have to breathe for every
The fuck is what, dearie? This! I say calmly, while holding the scroll up in my boss's face. What kind of joke letter is this?
Later, Lucy Sweetums, did yous open that letter that I told yous to forget about? Mail fraud, no joke, you know, skiddo.
Don't you dare change the subject, Thropter. I have seen enough mail to know that there's something weird about this one in particular. I mean, really? Who even uses scrolls anymore? They are like so last century.
Luciana, because I likes yous, I'm gonna gives yous one last chance to put that letter down and forget about it.
For some reason, as if by magic, I felt myself place the letter on Gil's desk and walk out of the room. I watched my own self get in my truck and drive my route for the day, the fog in my head only clearing after I got home that night. What the hell? Oh man, I definitely can't just let this slide. I have to know more. If I can find the styrofoam statue, then I might be able to find the person that sent this letter. Thankfully, for my own sanity, there's only one place in this town that it could be. Statue Park across the street from the herbal remedy and hippie stores downtown. It took all the next day to single out the statue in the park. There were over 100 there after all. Thankfully, styrofoam melts when you set it on fire, so a lighter was all I needed to find it. Now I just have to wait and see who shows up, and then I'll get some answers. 4 hours later. I really shouldn't have chosen Sonic as my stakeout snack. At that exact moment that my stomach growled at me, a quartet of men in long coats and top hats walked out of the shadows and up to the statue. That idiot really had to try out a new product and spell on a public statue. Hey, that nephew... Oh, fuck. Hey, that nephew of mine's never been right in the head. The remaining 2 men nod in unison. Wait a minute. I know that voice. Gil? What are you... Why are you here? I have so many questions, but none are coming out right.
No, Lucy Peaches. I told the yous for the last time to forget about it. Boys, we got to the roof of my mate, miss. Get her?
The other 3 men pulled things out of their coats and came after me. When I saw that, I
things.
ran and hid in the hippie herb shop. What I saw was piles and piles of copper dust. What the hell is going on?
Chapter 1.
Chapter Prime.
All I was trying to do was set up for an elaborate in-seer joke.
I don't know who that is.
So we all know that Bizarro Fantasy is the best one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which one do you think fell through the most?
Anything I wrote.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
feeling,
didn't have a good night tonight.
feeling the what is it? The Diesel Punk was pretty bad, honestly.
I don't know.
I kind of disagree. I feel like the second half really redeemed it.
I thought the first half, the Diesel Punk was pretty good. There's a little bit of. It was hard to follow in the second one. Second half.
Issue I have is that nothing is actually going to be worse than Mundane Fantasy Part 2.
Okay, so we all agree Bizarro's on top,
Yes,
and either Mundane Fantasy
or Diesel Punk is on the
or
bottom.
Diesel Punk is on bottom. Between the two of them,
I
which one
think
We have
I
Weird
feel
West.
like Diesel Punk was
and-
better than Mundane.
I feel like the second half of Mundane sank it. Like the first half wasn't bad, but
Boring, but
I
not
didn't-
bad.
I didn't understand.
well, I mean, it
what
was
going for,
setting,
sorry.
it was effectively setting things up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the payoff just didn't come through.
yeah. I'm so sorry.
Alright.
all right. So
So then second best is between Cosmic Horror
It's Cosmic
and
Horror.
what? Yeah,
Weird West is third place.
Horror was definitely better than Weird West. Cool.
Yeah.
We have our order then. Bizarro Fantasy, Cosmic Horror, Wild West, Diesel Punk, Mundane Fantasy.
Yep.
And that means, by law of averages, Josh is the best writer.
Clearly. In fact, Joshua occupies the first and second slot.
And I am also, by that law, literally the worst. I would like to move for a vote to
God.
rescind the execution rule. I don't really want to die.
I got first and third. Then.
That is acceptable.
All right, which I think makes you second.
And Connor, you are a B
Oh.
student.
Yep, I'm passing. I'm
Yes.
passing.
I'm trying.
Okay.
I'm just trying
Fuck
to.
it.
I'm just
We're
trying to
gonna-
remember
we're
all
gonna
the
assign
order.
some points here.
If you
Oh,
wrote
okay.
Bizarro Fantasy, you get 5 points.
Yeah,
If you wrote Cosmic Horror, you get 4 points.
that makes sense.
If you wrote, what was the third one? Weird
What?
West, you get 3 points.
3, then 2, then 1. Yeah.
Diesel Punk was second to last.
Yep.
Or, okay, Diesel Punk, if you wrote that, you get 2 points. And Mundane Fantasy, you get 1 point for that.
Who
So
wrote
I have
Diesel
a total
Punk?
of
I
3.
forget.
That was me and Mathias. I have a total of 3 points. I'm dead last.
Yeah, so let's see. Bizarro was Joshua and Nicholas.
So both of them get 5 points. Let's do Josh first. Josh, what else did you write? That was Cosmic Horror?
Yeah,
Cosmic.
I was
5
Bizarro and
plus
Cosmic.
3. You have 8 total points. Remember that. Pyrrha wrote Bizarro and Weird
No, he
West.
has 9 points.
9 points. Pyrrha has 8 points. Josh has 9. Heck, you get 2 plus. What was the other one you wrote?
Cosmic Horror and
Which is
Diesel
3, 2. You get 5 points. Matthias, that's inverse. You also get 5 points.
Does that look
No,
right to
Matthias has
everyone?
6.
Matthias has 6 points.
That looks right.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
So Joshua has the most points because he's in the top 2 slots. 5 plus 4 is 9. Pyrrha has 5 plus 3, which is 8. Heck has 4 plus 2, which is 6. Connor has 3 plus 1, which is 4, and I have 2 and 1, which is 3. That's how that works.
Do we want to give bonus points for the better halves?
Yes, we do want to give bonus points. I am losing points that I have 1 point because I have 2 worse halves. Is that how that works? You get minus
know,
1
I
point if
think
your half
let's-
sucks.
Let's not be
Let's-
punitive.
let's
Let's like try and
Okay.
repair
Yeah.
people's reputations if they were dragged down by others.
Yeah, that's
I
why
think
I
it's
get minus
better route.
points.
Connor
you
really
and Matthias get
benefits
bonus
from that,
points.
right? Connor
Yeah.
benefits from the extra points because I feel like you had the better halves in both the stories you wrote.
Really?
Ouch.
I don't know about the Wild West one, but I can
Well, I
agree
mean,
for the
Wild
Mundane
West
one.
is the closest, at least for me.
That
But
one
I
is
like-
pretty 50-50 because
I'd
Yeah.
say that one's 50-50 enough. How
Both of
many
you are
points do you
weird.
think Mundane Fantasy is worth? Do you think do I steal Prime's points from it
Get
then?
my points. Yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah, I like that. That's
Yeah.
fine. It's only 1 point, but god damn it, I'll treasure that. It doesn't rank me up above anyone else.
It makes you
Which is
equal
funny,
to
but
Matthias now.
It is the one singular
No,
grain in
Matthias is
grass
at
that desolate
6.
world
That
contains.
puts me at 5.
I really did like the first part of the Diesel Punk. The second part was also pretty well written. Like I said,
Which one
though,
do you
there was
prefer?
some hard stuff
I
about the
feel like I
novel.
really liked the second part of Diesel Punk.
I
because
liked it. It reminded me a
tied
little
the
bit
whole
of like
thing
a
together as a story.
documentary, kind of
Yeah.
like how the
Yeah.
end of what's that one thing called, War of the Worlds ended.
Yeah,
It reminded me a
actually,
little bit of that, and I like that.
that is
Yeah, that's true. There's so much fucking. I had to say Charlie. So many fucking.
That whole short
So
story.
maybe
feels
I'm a
like
little
the intro
biased for saying
to
Charlie.
like a movie or something, you know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And
I
then Matthias' section would be the opening narration to that movie.
Yeah,
that was my intention. That's the one thing I managed to actually get across, and thankfully Matthias was able to pick up on that.
So I think Joshua's half was better than my half on the Bizarro.
Oh, the Bizarro Fantasy? Oh, yeah. No, he
Yeah.
established tone immediately.
So are
That
we?
is
Amazing
Josh's.
characterization. Amazingly weird, but still amazing characterization. Really can't stress that enough.
It is your genre, Josh. You found your calling.
We really have.
Start writing short stories.
How much are we awarding for that?
69 points.
Like, you know, there's no doubt that Josh wins this handily.
In
Like,
This
the
is true.
sexual nature of his part of Bizarro Fantasy, he's awarded 69 points.
Absolutely. Yep.
who wants
Yeah.
to buy me the outside of a vending machine so I can make that into a film adaptation?
I'll buy you some cardboard so you can draw it.
I had to say for the Cosmic Horror, I did like the first half more. So.
Yeah,
I would agree.
I assume that's just from.
So
The second half really got weird. I don't know where the hell it went. Don't know
So,
who wrote that.
I think
With the help
across
of
the
me.
board,
I
We
think-
could like split Joshua's points in half for that one and transfer that to Matthias,
Yes.
which is 2 from 4,
Yep.
bringing
Yeah.
Matthias to 8.
well, I was trying to make the point that it seems like the best half was the first half
Mm-hmm.
because there was no continuity that you had to deal with. So maybe we shouldn't be splitting the points as
Hmm.
much for that. Just award extra points rather than take.
Less split, just award.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
It
I was
wasn't
following the
just-
precedent we set with me and Prime, but
The second half
Award
wasn't
extra
bad
points,
enough to
yeah.
lose points. That's why I lost points.
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Good point,
Yeah,
actually.
I will agree with that. Prime can't be the only one losing points
All right.
here.
So how many
No,
points
I'm
do you
awarding
think
you
that
points, Josh.
section is worth?
Oh,
For Matthias, how many extra points?
He gets. I think it should still be +2.
Plus 2. I'd agree with that.
It should be you're awarded half the points of the total placement.
Yeah, that
I'm
works for me.
Connor, I'm assuming you're writing this down.
I am.
Okay,
I'm
thank God.
keeping track of all of it.
But Josh,
Okay.
just to be clear,
Good.
so it got a little confusing there. Your second half was the weaker half of that story, but
Correct.
it was not bad enough to lose points.
Oh.
The reason I lost points was because my second half of Mundane Fantasy was so dog shit. I don't deserve any points from it.
Okay.
I have
Well,
written better in the past. I will write better in the future, I hope. But that was
I
just
hope.
not good.
Shouldn't the bonus points just be a set thing?
It
Like
should
plus
be.
1 or plus 2?
That's a good question.
Because
Oh,
that'd be
instead
more-
of going higher.
That'd be more fair for
Yeah, then it's because
Fair
if it's half, then it's in like an exponential growth instead of a bonus point.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
should bonus
It still
points be
speaks to the
+1?
quality of the writing, the fact that like the
Yeah,
whole
so-
piece wasn't dragged down that much. You know what I mean? But then again, I
Me
just feel like less points would be.
How long is
No,
this?
I agree with you. Set numbers, so that means I get an extra point.
3 hours and 10 minutes. Holy shit.
Yay!
we need to like have the rules more concrete next time, so we can.
Yes.
I agree.
We also don't necessarily have to do points, but
It's just
Yeah.
nice. I don't know. I don't know who came up with.
I mean,
points.
just looking at this is pretty good to know. Overall, this was pretty cool. The stories were nice. I fucking hate Bizarro
We
Fantasy.
have our
Standings.
final placements right here.
Intriguing. Connor got 2 bonus points.
You know, it
Matthias
is-
got 2 bonus points.
It irritates me that you didn't put our names in order of winning to losing.
Yes, and that only your and I names were capitalized. Holy fuck.
Okay,
Yours and
okay,
mine.
you know, fuck it.
The judging bias, clearly.
-3 points to Connor.
This is clearly a golf game. He's trying to get poor prime.
I mean,
Fuck!
Don't make this golf, Josh. You would be in dead last.
I would be.
Josh, out of curiosity, how long is that recording?
Is this better for all of you?
It's over
That is
3
much
hours.
better.
That is better.
Oh,
like
that's
that.
so much better.
It's not alphabetical though.
That is quite
Mother-
the gap. It can't be alphabetical. It's winner to loser.
Yeah, but
It needs to be both.
Fuck.
Everybody change your name.
Well, that's it. I mean, really? Oh my god. Oh my god. And until next time, I bid thee farewell.